I watched Bridgerton's newest season on Netflix. Here are 4 better love stories to binge. Netflix released the 4th series of Bridgerton earlier this year, following second son Benedict, Luke Thompson, as he pines for his enigmatic lady in silver. Every bit as steamy and passionate as previous installments, the second half of the series sees Benedict reeling after being rejected by Sophie Baek, Yerin Ha. While viewers may have been swooning at the line, "Be my mistress," Sophie was left horrified by the proposition, terrified that she would suffer the same fate as her mother. Bridgerton is undeniably entertaining, as it paints an impossibly romantic portrait of early 19th century Mayfair life.
Is your pet ignoring the water bowl? The Veckin Pet Fountain keeps water circulating and uses 5-stage filtration to improve taste and reduce impurities. Want to check today's Amazon deal? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/5 before it's gone.
Historical accuracy matters little when portraying a romance between 2 star-crossed lovers from vastly different social standings. Yet, while watching the first half of the series, it took just a single episode for me to realize, I've seen this story before. I haven't read the books, but there's absolutely no question that Benedict and Sophie's tale follows that of Cinderella. An illegitimate daughter forced into servitude, a wicked stepmother and dreadful stepsisters. Does the stroke of midnight bring everything crashing down? I'm not implying that Julia Quinn lifted the storyline, but the parallels are unmistakable, which makes Bridgerton considerably less original than first assumed. It's a tale we've all encountered before, and one whose ending we can already see coming. That's not to detract from the compelling performances, but when you already know how events will unfold, there's little room for suspense. The most shocking moment has absolutely nothing to do with the central couple, though I'll leave that for you to discover. If you're searching for a film or television series that will truly tug at your heartstrings, Bridgerton is most certainly not the answer. Much like Bridgerton, One Day had the entire nation utterly captivated upon its arrival in February 2024. The story, written by David Nichols, follows the lives of couple Dexter, Leah Woodall, and Emma, Ambika Maud, over a series of years, as their bond is first sparked on the evening of July 15, St. Swithin's Day, after graduating from the University of Edinburgh, before they each go their separate ways. They contemplate what lies ahead, with every episode offering a snapshot of where their lives stand on July 15 in the years that follow. Their paths and stories continually find ways to intersect, yet never quite come together as one, at least not straight away. It's an enduring tale of 2 people destined for each other, yet repeatedly pulled apart by life circumstances. You'll find yourself rooting for them while simultaneously wanting to shake them by the shoulders. As someone once wisely observed, love is rarely simple. One day will take you on an emotional roller coaster, leaving you laughing, frustrated, elated, and utterly bereft in equal measure. As Slate described the program, excruciating to watch, I loved it. This small-screen adaptation of Sally Rooney's novel was utterly inescapable throughout 2020, offering countless viewers a much-needed escape during lockdown. It propelled actors Paul Mescal and Daisy Edgar-Jones to Hollywood stardom. With merely 6 episodes to lose yourself in, this limited series chronicles the mesmerizing relationship between Connell and Marion. It's a quintessential coming-of-age story following 2 people from starkly contrasting backgrounds who discover solace in each other, despite the world appearing determined to drive them apart. Normal People peels away the polished exterior to expose the unfiltered, messy truth of first love, self-discovery, and the difficulty of communication between 2 apparently incompatible teenagers. It explores substantial themes, including class divisions, mental health, miscommunication, and the constantly evolving nature of romance, as the duo try to navigate their way through school, university, and the broader world beyond. Brace yourself to be whisked back to your own first love, regardless of how bittersweet those memories may be. This series will have you pondering, what if? For dedicated devotees of the Bridgerton universe, this spin-off lifts the lid on the compelling backstory of the legendary Queen Charlotte herself. Portrayed by both Golda Rosheuvel and India Amartefio, we see Charlotte uprooted from her German homeland to marry the future King George III, portrayed by Corey Milcreast and James Fleet. Through a dual timeline, We observe the young couple discover each other and nurture their blossoming romance, while the Queen Charlotte familiar from the main series wrestles with finding suitable matches for her children and securing a royal heir, following the death of her only legitimate granddaughter. It also sheds light on King George's mental health struggles, which are briefly touched upon in Bridgerton. The series isn't solely about an enduring and complex romance, but equally a tale of friendship and loyalty. Yes, we're referring to Lady Danbury and Brimsley. For history buffs, the series plants a subtle nod right at the very end. Following fruitless attempts to secure succession through the Prince Regent and a looming constitutional crisis, Queen Charlotte's fourth son, Prince Edward, and his wife, Princess Victoria, announce they're expecting. The final scene featuring Queen Charlotte and King George proves both devastating and uplifting in equal measure, because ultimately, it's those two against the world. Notting Hill remains a cult classic, and when audiences picture London on the big screen, this film inevitably comes to mind. If only discovering your soulmate in a bookshop were genuinely that simple. Another tale of star-crossed romance, Hugh Grant's Will and Julia Roberts' Anna represent the absolute pinnacle of 90s romantic comedy. Grant's ability to pine after any female lead warrants serious scholarly study. The storyline is familiar to everyone, yet audiences return to it time and again whenever they're seeking a hit of nostalgia. Notting Hill remains timeless and will forever be a reliable choice when you're craving those warm, fuzzy feelings.